yesterday's series for Jamesy, but this one has kind of played itself out before, so we'll just see if it'll repeat. It's going to be a great one to watch out for, and I reckon both sides are going to be feeling good about the second game.
You'll be forever alone, looking good.
I like what I see.
Prepare for battle.
Waving.
Does this hurt?
Normally.
Oh, for sure. It's gonna be a good one. Back to back, of course, means that there's gonna be a 20-minute break later on. So make sure you set that timer, Mike. You know, so it can be right at least once. You just gotta get good, Mike, you know. But it's never your fault. Don't worry, Mike. It's not your fault. I know it's not your fault. You'll remind me that it's not your fault. We all know. It's fine. You're good. You're in good hands.
30 seconds to battle.
That's true. That's the perfect timing from IYT2. Yep. I actually don't know. I always thought IYT was a bit younger, but maybe. You never know. Still, no. He is. He makes a very dashing Snape in that poster, but it doesn't look like we're having too much of a scuffle here. No big contestants unless we see overextensions, but should be a straightforward bounty rune trade so far.
Could be worse. Oh, wait, no, it couldn't.
Yep. They've done this a couple of times in the days we weren't covering. I've seen it pop out. It's one of those picks that can be annoying. I think in this specific lane, you're seeing, you know, it's a Mirana plus a Slardar lane. There are opportunities for March to jump in, steal some money with the Janata, walk back, and just be happy. So yeah, that's exactly what March will do. He's got the brown boots, just going for Janata and walks away.
Does this hurt?
Lakad mo to! Normally. Lakad mo to! Gol sa buhay mo, te! Yan! Gol sa buhay mo, te! Gol sa buhay mo, te! Yan! Gol sa buhay mo, te! Yan! Gol sa buhay mo, te! Nice shot! Lakad mo to! Normally.
Yeah, it looks like it's going slightly better for Jamesy here at the start, but it's just going to draw it out with this new wave. And, you know, this lane, again, for Jamesy, we've seen him have to deal with it before. He is going for the same build, Shadow Strike being skilled up, Abed going for the 0-2-1. So emphasis on the power shot to clear out those waves, and it should be a steady farming lane. If Abed can keep landing his power shots, though, Jamesy might hurt a bit in Eris.
I'll always remember how foolish you looked.
Could be worse.
It's not the best of times, and even March, we talk about the Bounty Hunter being slow in lane. Level 2 is not a good point, and oh no. Oh.
What timing?
No.
It's right on the edge, but they're making it work. They're making it really hard for a bot to find that safe farm. Now, it's just as bad for in your dream up top though, but the boon here is that Among Us is finding a little bit more in terms of those kills. So as long as they keep that momentum up, I think you're at a good point. And they do get some good rotations out for the 4-minute power rings.
No, Mortimer, it's not playtime. And not that sort of anyhow.
You will be forever.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame, but you're still perfectly fine. They've got Cookie again. Yeah, it's not a good feeling, but you're still perfectly fine. You're getting space out for your Mars. Cookie is getting the EXP he needs. So that's one thing with this lane as well. Like, both heroes need a lot of EXP. Cookie needs a bit more as the core, and he's getting some of that space out, although they will fight over these runes.
The prize is mine.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
It's been a rough top lane there, and we were talking about both safe lanes having a hard time. Just those deaths are going to cost them.
You will be
Could be worse. Oh, wait, no, it couldn't.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, they are, and oh, Abed.
Perfect.
Could be worse. Oh,
Yeah, and it's something we've seen Eris play a lot of. Just absolutely delivering the performance they need. I love this build-up as well. You know, he's got the Star Storm already up at 2, so you can get the nuke damage needed. This is what's giving them these kills. And Among Us 6-1. They're not lagging too far behind in farm, so that's the silver lining here. But the momentum is definitely in Cignal Ultra's favor. They're finding the EXP from these kills. They're setting themselves up as we start to approach that 10-minute mark. And they are finding the space out. Like, you've got level 6 in a bot. He's going for the Battle Fury build on his jug. And once that's up, he's going to accelerate massively in farm. You don't have that same build up here for IYD. He's just waiting for his power treads, probably just waiting for the Morbid Mask as well to feel safe, and after that it's a long road for your Morphling to start finding that safe farm.
Radiant's courier has been killed. That was perfect. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top
I think this is the proper way to play though with a bounty. You do want to keep eyes forward. You want to use this natural invisibility and scouting potential to its fullest. And once you have 6, you can maximize that in the jungle, although Cuckoo's already down mid. Really early rotation out to the mid lane here for our Mars.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
You're not going anywhere. I don't think so.
That was perfect.
That's I guess he felt his lane was just that bad. He is really below in farm right now. He feels like he needs to regen in between waves to just kind of stay alive, and maybe jungle as well. That's the only thing I can see coming out from that one. Just trying to recover from a very hard
Dire's
lane.
top tower is under
Right
attack.
now though, Cignal again in a very good
Radiant's
spot. They
courier
already
has
took the
been
top
killed.
tier 1. So they're in a pretty good position. March making good use of these wards though, just sniping couriers as they come. That's at least one way to get some economy going here for Among Us. It's not going to offset that by a big amount, but it's keeping them in the game. Again, there's not much of a lead here for Cignal in terms of net worth, so they're going to have to keep that pressure up here.
You don't.
Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's courier has been killed.
Does this hurt?
Looking good.
Soldier's fortune.
Think it was possible.
The prize
Dire's
is high.
bottom tower is under attack.
And they definitely are. They're just hitting all their timings. They're finding the objectives. They've managed to invade that jungle for a while. I believe they've cleared out one small camp stack. And they're just denying the farm that Among Us wants to get. They need to play in that jungle better. They have to defend this mid tier 1. They only really have Cuckoo to throw up front.
I don't think so.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It definitely is. As you mentioned, they need the tracks to come in. They need to start finding those pickoffs once it's ready. They will at least find a tier 1 bot. So they finally find their first objective here at around 11 and a half minutes in. Way later than that top tier 1 fell, but you do have some control now with the wards they place down. That means IYD has an area he can farm in. They just need to watch out for this one ward. But overall, you're in a pretty good spot, and Cignal actually do go for the wards. So they're just going to instantly lose that control as well in terms of vision.
Of course.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I always do, Mike. Always do. It looks okay. It looks fine. I just don't want to have to roll for him, you know? I'm not a casino boy. I know my limits, Mike. We smart. That's fair. Yeah, but it's his treat, you know? I can't say no when it's free, Mike. Oh, Cuckoo. He volunteered for it, you know? That's what you get.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Hammer melts away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
To the dead zone with you.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
It really isn't. This is a very slow start for them. They're playing with a bounty hunter. They haven't found track kills. March has his 6. He's just kind of walking around and even gets spotted out. So, it's got to be a bit cautious with that movement. They need to find some way to get these kills. I believe they're going to need to blink up and Cuckoo first, so they can really get some gap close in play. They already have the Javelin on Abed, but it's pretty slow going. It's just going to rush the blink into BKB. No MKB build up here for now. Just having to rush a wave being up front, and as this game goes on, the lead for Cignal just keeps growing wider. You're in a really good spot with your jug. All of your cores are evenly farmed. Among Us is buying space out for IYD, but it's going to be a while until the Morphling really hits a gear here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Mine is truly a pleasant life. What a bounty!
It's got to be IYD. He's the one getting the space out in the jungle this game. It's Abed throwing his body out this time. And the Morphling does have some pretty good scaling, but up against a Jug, it's a bit 50-50 because of that spin. So if a bot uses his invulnerability states quite nicely, then there's no opportunity for this Morphling to get the damage off. You've already got this Battle Fury build-up done on a bot 15 minutes in. You can really start to tear through that jungle and keep that farm wide. And ooh. Oh, March.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's not been a good game for a bounty. He's trying to buy space. Now it's better him than the rest of his team. Out of those 13 kills, 4 of them have been March. So in that sense, I think that's okay. As long as your other cores aren't dying, you are kind of fine with that. The issue is Abed's also accounting for 4 of those deaths, so it's not as split up as you want it, and Cignal, they just keep running around. They need to start finding these bigger kills, so I'd say IYD is something they have to keep an eye out for. And we saw the mistake game 1 where they left Abed alone this time. They are kind of ignoring the Morphling, which can be an issue, but they will go Roche. With Corrosive Haze, this Roshan does not take too long.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Roshan has fallen to Radiant.
It's getting very wonky for Among Us, very hairy for them. You know, it's they haven't been able to play around the egg of Zephyr. They haven't been able to force any of these fights themselves. They've got this arena combo with the egg that just doesn't fly out. A 5k lead isn't so bad, but you are really sacrificing everyone's farm here. Cuckoo and Abed have just fallen off a cliff. It's only really IYD that's keeping up. He's got his bow.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Was
골드볼 못해! 골드볼 못해! 골드볼 못해! 나이스!
No, because Jamesy got it. I think they tried to make that move. Yeah, it's a quap. They don't have Yule set up, so it's a bit tricky to get that combo off, and that's another cooldown down. So you're gonna have to wait a minute. They've got the opening here for a tier 2, and Abat just says, yeah, I'll take a free tier 2. Nothing to stop him. Without the arena, there's no team fight.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh? No. Nope. Unfortunate, but no. I think March really just wants the couriers first. Like, who cares about track? You gotta kill those couriers.
Is under attack.
Gotta get them out. It's supposed to be spooky time. They're trying to be spooky, but it's not quite paying off. Now, they did find a good kill. Jamesy's pretty big. That was worthwhile for IYD, not worthwhile for Abed. You're still sacrificing your other cores for this build-up on the Morph and March. It is he. Oh man. I mean, he got a track off this time. It's just, well, there's nothing there. So, unfortunate. But 17-2, Mike. Cignal Ultra suddenly looking pretty fantastic. They've got this basic minus armor strat. They've got the farm up on Abad. It is going to be the Ags upgrade here on our Jug next. So you're going to see the Swift Slash in play. And once you have that, it fixes so many issues the Jug has in terms of being able to fight. And they do smoke up.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fit for a queen.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's courier has been killed. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Ooh.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and they're going to be very pleased with that. They did have the Aegis, but without the Omni available, there's no real fighting, at least in terms of getting the pick off to get the numbers advantage. So you can understand why Cignal's playing a bit safe. They're just going to look elsewhere, keep that farm up, wait for the Ags to be done first on Abad. Aegis does expire now, so pretty well-timed pullback, and
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
that it is. Let's see if Among Us can find one more kill down the line. That's gonna be the big challenge here. It's been that would be something. Oh man, I didn't even realize it. Yeah, when you
Dire's
mentioned that, I just looked at
bottom
Ovid
tower
and
has
he's
fallen.
level 11. And it's like, what?
Going anywhere.
No. Yeah, just 2 more here for Cignal and we'd be set, still among us. Dire Straits here, Mike. You know, it's not smooth sailing. They do have the shotgun and IYD. Maybe this is the turning point. If IYD can burst a couple of these heroes down. There's no defensive items on a bot. There's no defensive items on Jamesy. Could be very nice to punish with that shotgun. It's all he can do. I mean, he can't exactly roam the map anymore because of all these sentries. So, I guess the courier play is it. They don't want to fight. They know they can't pick off. Just try to escalate by couriers.
Looking good.
One more. Oh, there you go.
Your team is busy losing.
Yeah, 22-3, 9k lead. Cignal Ultra feeling good. Swift Slash still there for a bot. Onto the high ground here, and among us, we haven't seen Arena Egg. Not literally, we've seen Arena, we've seen Egg, but not Arena with Egg. And if you don't play with that combo, I don't know what they wanted to do with this draft. They needed to throw that combination out. All they can do is watch their racks fall.
Middle barracks has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
You have learned nothing. Here, kitty, 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 kitty.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Call that a fight?
Perfect. Dire's top tower has fallen.
You caused it, Mike. Now it's your fault. This time it is definitely. Still, good target prioritization from Among Us. They managed to at least hold out for now. And yeah, it keeps them in the game. They don't lose additional racks, but they're still mid racks down. Top lane exposed, and IYD just barely dodging into the Manta, but they need a little bit more of that. They need to really stockpile onto this Morphling. There's scalability in Abed. It's just, you're talking about level 13 Windranger at 27 minutes in. That's,
Radiant are scattered.
there's a lot more that needs to happen, and yeah. Looks like... Ooh. Oh, they got the farm distribution at the least. So Gobble Up play with Slardar gonna be in action. That's gonna be really deadly in the front line. But Among Us, they do smoke up. It's their turn. denied? A bot? A bot? Did you want to do that, a bot? He got the cheese though. Okay. All right, a bot. I guess it's a mistake. I think he's in shock as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it shows like when items get exchanged. So I've been seeing wards pop out over your heads, bottles down mid. It's nice. It's actually a bit more readable. It just surprised me at first. I was like, what the heck is this? You know, it looked like something from Dire Tide when you pick up the candies. Or was that Raid King Frost? You know, I forget now. Grievel's Greed? One of them? Gosh, mixed up all the events. Oh boy.
You want me?
Add another to the
Come
tally.
get me.
골드 뭘 못해! 골드 뭘 못해! 골드 뭘 못해! 골드 뭘 못해! 나이스!
At 31-9 now, 13k lead for Cignal, which is honestly not as much as you'd expect when you're 31 kills up, but it's still a pretty fantastic lead to have. You are seeing opportunities with a morph though, and they do cobble up, but it's just illusions. But yeah, it's looking pretty good here for the side of Cignal. They just need this MKB to be done on a bot. He just needs a way to pierce through, although...
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Monster kill!
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Won't escape.
That was
Right.
It's definitely not. The damage output on IYD is really starting to stack up. This lack of defensive buildup on the side of Cignal is starting to hurt. The BKB from Jamesy is just not quite enough to keep him up. You're gonna need a BKB on the Slaughter as well so you can stand in front. I think you'd want to see a Yule's up here for your snap as well, perhaps, just to be alive and... What? It's like a cuss word for crazy,
under attack.
or like you're or nuts or insane. What just happened to Abed? Well, what made him say that?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Abed. I think he was caught off guard. Maybe he expected a stunt to come out. He was terrified to just go goggle. Abed. God bless them. Good to see that they're still in high spirits. The lead is shrinking though, Mike. Cignal down to 11k from 13. So they've got to... Yeah, it's actually, again, 34 to 12, but you're only 11k ahead. There's some signs there that Among Us have some way of bouncing back. It's all on IYD. It's all about this morph. He is going for the Ags next, so we might see shift into the Windranger, shift into Mars, and so many options here for IYD. He is going to finish up his Satanic first, though. So once that's up, we'll see the next item. And, of course, somehow, it's been long enough. Abed, it's not fantastic for him, mind you, but he has the BKB, he has the MKB, still stuck in Tranquil, saving up for his blink. He has been making a difference, though. Like, Abed's shackles have been so on point. They've been enabling a lot of plays. It's a combination of the 20 talent with a 10 talent. And there's a smoke now from Cignal, though. Maybe they can find a key pick-off and start to pressure another set of objectives.
Dire are scanning. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't know. It's 38 to 15. The lead dropped down once again, Mike, down to just 10k. So you're seeing IYD now number one net for it. He's starting to pop off. Abed's getting the control out again with his talent spikes at 10 and 20. The shackle shot is just ridiculous. They need something to try and purge that off, but they're gonna need a strong dispel from somewhere to get the control off. And Cignal, they're 2 racks up though. They're still really set. Among Us can only find a tier 2. They could try to poke the high ground though if they want for some buybacks, and that looks like that's gonna be the play.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
What? What?
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Tier 4s?
We admit no agreement. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Ryan bot. Oh boy. So they bounced back. That lead, Mike, down to 5k. That's almost nothing.
Radiant
now it's not as significant at 38 minutes in, that 5k lead. So Among Us are finally back. They get to secure Roche as well. There's a refresh here, plus the Aegis cheese. And because of how strong IYD is, this is just going to melt. I think they've allowed this Morphling to reach late. There's the Ags now as well. So IYD can turn into his allies, have a lot of fun running around as the Windranger. They've got to contest this. God!
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Double kill.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Oh God.
골드볼 못해! 골드볼 못해! 나이스!
Dire's courier has been killed.
You should look at like the win probability,
Radiant's
Mike.
bottom tower
Once this
is under
ends,
attack.
that graph is just gonna be a beauty.
Radiant's bottom
You'll never
tower
see a graph
has
like that
fallen.
again. Another Rax here
Radiant's
going
bottom
down.
barracks
Now,
are
Among
under
Us can't
attack.
take top. So that entire lane still has a tier 1. They're only gonna find mid and bot, but that's more than enough. That's 2 lanes. That evens it out, and all of a sudden we're back at square one. 40 to 21k lead only for Cignal, and they have thrown a massive lead. That it is. This is why in Southeast Asia, Mike, you know, you may be up under high ground, you're behind 13k, you never give up. You fight like it's TI because you can always find an opportunity. And Among Us, they hold out. They've punished some overextensions from Cignal, and now Cignal, they've got to figure out their game plan. Their Jug is just not up to par. That was him with a snatched Aegis, and he also stole that refresh. They need to find something here to bring out to that Morphling. They have nothing stopping the regen. They don't have a Spirit Vessel. They don't quite have a Scotty. So if they don't burst him down in that Hex duration, then there's so much leeway here for IYD to just shift around. They do smoke up. Maybe they find a pick-off.
Dire's courier has been killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's another back and forth. Like, IYD was fairly close to dying. I think the worry now is if IYD is fully on Agi, very low on HP, and just dies, then you find your game in a very, very awkward spot if you are Among Us. He barely has enough gold for buyback, and that's the last of the racks here.
Under attack. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's bottom barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's ancient is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh! No, definitely not. Like, even with the tier 4 exposed, right, it just feels like it can go either way here for both sides. And, well, IYD, we've seen this last time. He goes down to the river, finds a double damage. He's in a very good spot now to make something happen. Now, again, they have to clear the top lane first, which is the biggest issue for Among Us. They need to clear one entire lane before they can look for Megas themselves. But they might be eyeing the high ground still, and it looks like they might just walk their way up there.
Good.
골드볼 못해! 골드볼 못해! 골드볼 못해! 나이스!
Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's ancient is under attack. Ancient is under attack.
Oh!
Stoke the fire.
I don't
It's
think
time
so.
for
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
It's such a scary spot. Another ancient defense. Can be 4 versus 4 here. IYD's got to be
Dire's
on
Ancient
point
is
with his
under
movement
attack.
because it's all about him.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.